Welcome.
Attention, please.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome to the No Comfort Zone podcast. It's time to get out of your comfort zone and live on purpose. Broadcasting to the world from Rockford, Illinois. This is your wake-up call.
Warning.
You are the solutions to all your problems. Stop thinking average. Become the hero version of yourself. Every day, every time, without fail, no exceptions. It all matters. You've entered the No Comfort Zone. It's time for a reality check.
If you're listening to this podcast, congratulations, you've made it. Today is February 1st of 2020, and I am so glad that I'm in February. It seems like December was just 2 minutes ago. January was a complete blur, and now here we are. It's a Saturday. It's February 1st in 2020. I'm so excited about the potential and opportunity that's in front of me, and what I wanted to share with you is this. There's been so many times that I can look back over my sales career, my management career, where the daunting mountain was in front of me. It just completely owned me. But when I started taking that next step and the next step and the next step, next thing you know, you're over the mountain, and then you're down, you're cruise control. You can kind of cruise down into the valley, and that's where you're going. And the next thing you know, you have to climb up again. And the peaks and the valleys in my life there's been a lot. There's been really high highs, stratospheric success. And there's also been, the very shameful low lows and everything in between. And that's just life. That's what it is. And what I want to ask you is this. Are you putting yourself out there so that you can put one foot in front of the other and you're going upward? It's been told to me that your attitude controls your altitude. And I love that. And in life, there's no way you cannot make a diamond, turn it from a piece of coal into a diamond without pressure. And if you want to sharpen a knife, you can't do it with a feather. Life's never going to be that easy, but it can be fun and it can be joyful, and you can have a good life. But you remember this, you just can't let your guard down. You got to keep walking every single day. And every now and again, you're going to have to take a walk outside, and you're going to have to smell the roses. You're going to have to appreciate the hard work, even when no one else does. But remember, you're going to have to do the work. And the work is what stops a lot of people. See, it's really easy for a lot of people to talk the big game, for them to talk about how things should be, what should happen, what they're going to do, where their intentions are. And it's real easy to have other people do that. But everybody has a role in life, whatever your role is. You just have to know that you have to do your role at that time. And if you're looking for a shot at the title, if you're looking to move up, if you're looking to get into a different space in your life, remember, you're just going to have to work at it every single day. And sometimes you're going to have to do the grunt work. And the reason why you might have been knocked down, as we put it, or put into place or hit on your back, is to learn what's going on from that point of view. And I really, truly do believe that. You see, this position that I'm in right now, I'm exploring a lot of different areas. I know what my intention is. I know where I need to go from every point of view in my business. I know it needs to get done. Doing it all at once, it's insurmountable. It's that giant mountain that's right in front of me. So when I look at a problem like this, when I have so many things to do to change things personally, professionally, relationship-wise, health-wise, spiritual-wise, because I'm constantly doing it every day, I just know this. I know I have to take one small step forward, and then I have to do it again, and then I have to do it again, and then I have to do it again, and I have to keep doing it. Eventually, I'll get warmed up. Eventually, I'll get into a stride. And eventually I'll be conditioned enough where I can actually start to get it to a steady pace, steady rhythm. And when I have that, then I have momentum. And then occasionally I can do spurts of sprinting. But I can still stay in the marathon. I can pick up my time because I'm conditioned. I've just put one step in front of the other. Now, I can look back over all of the times that I failed, which I did when I started the No Comfort Zone Blueprint. I remember when I quit my job in the automobile business back in the 90s, and I decided I want to learn how to sell vacuum cleaners. And I practiced for 2 weeks how to do a vacuum cleaner, a door-to-door pitch. And oh my God, did I get really good at it. I got really good. I was deadly with it. But then I remember the first door I had to go knock on and I was ready to throw up. I think I did throw up, actually. I was pulled up in my 1979 Honda Civic CVCC automatic. I love that car more than anything. I just absolutely love that car. And I remember parking it on the side street. Maybe I've talked about this in my podcast before, but I remember when I had to go knock on my first door, I threw up. I'm pretty sure I did throw up. I absolutely did throw up. I opened up the door and I threw up because I was so nervous about what was going to happen next. And I'm a guy that really wants to know what's going to happen next. But in life, you can't know that. You can't really truly have control. The only thing that you can do is you can control your focus. You can look at your attitude. And that's really what it's all about, isn't it? You know, I look back at the time that I spoke on stage and I had everybody on the edge of their chairs yelling and screaming and stuff, and they all walked away, and then, you know, I was basically called an idiot. And if you know me, if you were there, thanks, it motivated me. I remember another time where after I spoke, I turned off my phone, I went home, and for 3 days, no one can get a hold of me. I was so embarrassed at how poorly I did. And guess what? I survived. It was the most horrific thing I've ever done. My lips were sticking to my teeth. I had the worst dry mouth ever. I was incongruent. I was all over the place, kind of like I am in this podcast. Thank you very much. My message was to the wrong crowd. I didn't necessarily know my audience. They were all the top echelon people within a huge organization. And it was an awful opportunity that I totally blew up. I did terrible at that. And then I was humiliated and embarrassed for roughly 3 days. And then I finally was like, I got to get out of the house. I got to do something, but I don't want to. I just want to hide. And guess what? I had to put one foot in front of the next. I became a really good number one salesperson in, I think, 1996 in the East Pacific Rim with Kirby vacuum cleaners. I sold a ton of them. And I remember how hard it was, but I remember what my niche was, and I remember how well I did. And back then, if you were in the time back then, and if you listened, that was a $2,600 vacuum is what we sold back in 1996. That was craziness. And sold to most of them. And I did that over an 11-month period, and then I had to quit. It was just too hard. The hours were ridiculous. 7 in the morning, I'd get up. I wouldn't get home till midnight. I did that 6-7 days a week. That was rough to do, and I was about ready to get married. The other part of the story is with that speaking. I used to train people on how to sell out of a book, and I was a terrible speaker. I could be a terrible speaker today, but my passion comes through, and I kind of have a different skill set now than I did before. But through trials and tribulations, battle-tested, I proved myself. And ended up becoming, actually, I would say, a pretty good salespeople. There's salespeople out there now that are like selling 100 a month, in automobile sales, and people that sell 30, 40, 50 homes in a month. That's not my level. I'm just saying. But what's really cool, I can motivate people like that. I can get them going. I had a chance to end up speaking for the United States Marine Corps. Had that chance. That was a wonderful experience to do that, talking to the Marines that were currently there and the young recruits getting ready to go into the Marine Corps, and letting them know what to expect when they're in, letting them know what to expect when they get out, and all the good stuff in between, and all the nasty details that come up. But the truth is that you need to keep plugging along, and every day matters, every day counts, every minute and moment does. And remember, every 15 minutes, just ask yourself, are you being the most productive person right now? Were you being the most productive person 15 minutes ago? I can't say that every day that I am, boy, but I sure try. And I try to stay focused on that. So with it being February 1st, 2020, 30 days since the last, or 31 days since the first of the year, my question is this: are you going where you want to go? Have you become the ideal version of yourself? Are you working towards it? If you need help with getting out of adversity or going towards your goal, whatever that might look for you, if I can help you in any way, shape, or form, that blueprint at thenocomfortzone.com is a great place to start. It's a great place to start looking at your goals and being, hey, I'm aware where I'm at, identified where I want to go, I'm deciding what I need to do, and I'm ready to take action. What do I do next? I can help you with that. Or check in with me at Dan at the No Comfort Zone. Let me know you're listening. Shoot me an email. Let me know if I can help you there. Better yet, let me know you're listening by liking, rating, reviewing, and all that other good stuff. But remember, February 1st, 2020, this could be your best day ever, man. You just have to get out of your comfort zone and live on purpose.
Say Goodbye.
Want more of the No Comfort Zone? You can follow Dan on Instagram and Twitter at No Comfort Zone 1.
Bye.
Or on the web at thenocomfortzone.com.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the No Comfort Zone podcast.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.